So you know who is taking heat from both sides over his decision to pull troops out of Syria, opening up our allies, the Kurds, to an assault by Turkey. It all came to a head at the White House yesterday when Democratic leaders walked out of a meeting, and here's what they said went down.
He was insulting, particularly to the speaker. She kept her cool completely, but he called her a third-rate politician. He said that there are communists involved and you guys might like that. I mean, this was not a dialogue. It was sort of a diatribe, a nasty diatribe, not focused on the facts.
I pray for the president all the time, and I tell him that. I pray for his safety and that of his family. I think now we have to pray for his health, because this was a very serious meltdown on the part of the president.
And so now he's claiming it was Pelosi who had the meltdown. It's a little bit hard to believe because she's kind of the coolest cucumber of the bunch.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot to, because she's, you know, she's been in front of lots of men on both sides of the aisle having to deal with their male stuff. So she's, I think, used to kind of dealing with some of this. But so and this is, I guess, one of the pictures that you know who sent out, said this is her melting down on him, and then there was another one, and 3 pictures of Democrats, and they said, do you think they like me? And it was just like, dude, really, this is what you're doing?
She looks like a boss in that picture.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she's melting down at all.
Yeah.
Look at she's the only woman in that picture. She's standing up, she's pointing. All I noticed was, why is she the only woman at that table?
Well, that's something else.
Why is that? That's what I noticed. Nothing else.
The guys on the other side, the ones who are on his side, are like, I'm not with him, I don't agree with him.
Yes,
I don't want to look at him. They're all cowering on that side.
McCarthy, he was standing by him yesterday. I was so embarrassed yesterday. I am so tired of living in a reality show. This is what I feel like is happening every single day, and now it's just become normal.
Did you see the letter that he sent to the president of Turkey?
The thing that made me the most irate, though, is how he talked about General Mattis, who served this country for 41 years. If you want to talk about democracy, though, and the people that have kept our democracy intact, it is people like General Mattis who has stood next to our allies, and that's, by the way, the reason he resigned, because he didn't see eye to eye with the president, and he said, I care about our allies and I want to respect them. You want to go up against James Mattis? Really? You think that's going to be a winning argument for yourself? I don't know how people can stand by the president when he says things about people like that.
One of the things I didn't talk about when I was in London was I was in the war rooms and I got into an argument with a Trump supporter. Underground.
Underground.
Joy, this trip really was...
And I know, there's a lot going on. And anyway, all he said to me was, why can't you give him a chance the way we gave Obama a chance? Give him a chance? He's destroying the planet. He's destroying the democracy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's writing stupid letters to Erdogan. He's killing people who are far away from us, who did nothing but help us. Yeah. Give him a chance? That's the argument you're giving me, underground?
Well, that's one thing.
Well, the thing... What I've always worried about is sort of how we interface with the rest of the world, and how he represents us with the rest of the world. And when you look at that letter that we put up, he says, let's work out a good deal. You can make a great deal. Don't be a tough guy. Don't be a fool. I will call you later. I was like, I have an 8th grader who can write a much
Wasn't it in crayon? I thought he wrote it in crayon.
I mean, that's what it sounded like. And I'm thinking, if that's how you're representing us to the president of Turkey, who has invaded, you know, another country.
His problem right now, too, is that social media, everyone can see the atrocities that are happening in Syria with the Kurds. It's all over social media. I've been apoplectic for almost a week and a half now, and everything we said was going to happen is happening. Yeah. Our allies are being slaughtered. ISIS is being...
Well, you called it very early on.
It is the worst thing he's done in the entire presidency. And when you're talking about Mattis, he served in the Persian War, the war in Afghanistan, the Iraq War. Both of my brothers have fought in combat. If you know anyone, specifically Marines, Mattis is a golden god. Mattis for President, the T-shirt, by the way, is the #1 sold T-shirt on all of Amazon. And he is someone who our military not only respects but idolizes, and he will be remembered throughout history. There are a bunch of quotes I wanted to read on air that are just unfortunately not okay for morning television, but read the quotes he said to the troops to inspire them before we went and invaded Iraq. He's one of the great all-time men, but President Trump is always threatened by great generals and great military leaders.
And women.
He
calls her
whatever.
Nervous Nancy. She has nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah,
You're
but you
the
know what?
idiot who's being impeached.
But do you
not her.
do you worry about the fact that she's calling into question his mental state?
What?
Do you worry about the fact that Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, is questioning his mental state?
Well, he
I mean,
then
are
turned
we
it
at
back on her.
25th Amendment?
Everyone's praying for each
land
other
now?
right now.
Well,
They're all praying.
I
A
think,
lot of praying.
Well,
don't know.
I think
President
that-
Nancy.
I think part of his problem is if you want to say that she got overheated in the meeting, which, by the way, it doesn't look like that in the picture.
No.
Calling a woman unhinged is to me like calling a woman shrill, talking about her warming up. It's a deeply sexist thing to say about Speaker Pelosi. So I can't take what you're saying seriously
He's scared of her.
in any way.
Here's the thing that's really pissing me off.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of women are clapping because you know we're called unhinged when we're passionate. Thank you.
You made a decision to pull these troops out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now you're pretending you didn't do it.
Yeah, right.
For me, if you're going to sit in that office, grow a pair. Because you did this, you started this, you pulled these folks out. You're the one trying to say, well, the Kurds are not good people. They fought beside us. When did you decide they weren't all together right for us to be working with? When did this all happen? Last week. So grow a pair, man. You brought this on yourself. And now you're trying to make this America's fight. This is not our fight. I heard Pence say that, saying, you know, the American people, we didn't do this. You did this.
Right.
You did this.